The Mesquite Fire Department Candidate Physical Ability Test consists of 10 separate events timed in a continuous sequence. This is a pass-fail test. All 10 events must be completed in 8 minutes and 57 seconds or less. Proper attire for the test is long pants and athletic shoes. You will be required to wear a firefighter's helmet and air pack throughout the test, and these items will be provided for you. Work gloves must also be worn and will be available, but you may wish to bring your own to ensure a comfortable fit. You may not carry personal electronic devices or use headphones of any type during the test. The 10 events are stair climb, ladder hill, ladder extension, simulated charged hoseline advance, hoseline reel, a forcible entry event using a Kaiser sled, a ladder carry, ceiling breach and pull simulator, equipment carry, and victim rescue. Proctors will begin your time when you cross the threshold of the training tower to begin the first event, and they will stop time when both you and the rescue dummy have completely crossed the finish line. Here are the events performed in real time. Event number 1, stair climb. Before entering the tower, the candidate must pick up the hose pack. Time will begin when the candidate crosses the threshold of the drill tower. Carry the approximately 40-pound bundle of 2.5-inch hose to the top of the 5-story tower and back down. The candidate must carry this hose pack without dragging it. Touch every step on the way up and down. Use of the handrails is encouraged. Running is not permitted between the events or at any time during the test. Failure to heed a first warning not to run may result in disqualification. Test monitors will be assigned to time the candidate while on the course. It is acceptable to ask the monitor questions concerning rules and layout prior or during the course. Place both feet on the top floor landing, turn around, and descend the stairs. The candidate may move as fast as they choose on the stairs as long as they can do so safely, do not run, and touch every stair. The candidate will be allowed as much time as needed to complete each individual component of the test, up to the maximum allotted time for the course. If a component is performed incorrectly, the test monitor will guide how to correct or instruct the candidate to perform the component again. Pay careful attention to the instruction of the test monitor and ask for clarification when needed. Unnecessarily dropping, throwing, or otherwise intentionally misusing any of the testing props will be grounds for disqualification. Upon exiting the tower, return the hose pack to the test proctor. Event number 2, ladder hill. Raise a 24-foot extension ladder by using a hand-over-hand technique. Starting with the top rung, touch only the rungs and every rung necessary to rest the ladder against the building and leave it there. Event number 3, ladder extension. While standing inside the painted box, raise the ladder to full extension using the halyard and lower it back down, hand over hand in a controlled manner. Do not let go of the rope. Do not let it slide through your hands. Event number 4 is a simulated charged hoseline advance. Drag a weighted sled 60 feet around a barrel and back 60 feet by pulling a section of hoseline attached to the sled. Be careful to maneuver around the barrel and swing wide. If the sled gets hung up, you will need to free it. This component is complete once the entire sled crosses the start line. Event number 5, hoseline reel. Kneel or sit inside the painted box and reel in 50 feet of hose. At least one knee must remain in contact with the ground at all times. No scooting or walking on your knees. This component is complete when the coupling crosses over the front line of the box. Event number 6, forcible entry using a Kaiser sled. Using a dead blow hammer, strike the target area as many times as necessary to move the sled to the opposite end of the track. Only move the sled by striking it. No pushing or pulling with the dead blow hammer. Exercise caution when swinging the hammer between your legs and walking backwards. This component is complete when the sled breaks the plane at the end of the track. A proctor will notify you when the event is complete. Do not throw or drop the hammer on the tray. Place it on the ground beside the machine. Event number 7, ladder carry. The ladder can be lifted off the brackets at the same time or one at a time. Carry the ladder 50 feet around a cone and back 50 feet in a controlled manner. Do not drag the ladder while carrying it. This component is complete when the ladder is securely placed back on the brackets. The ladder may be placed on the brackets one at a time if necessary. Event number 8, ceiling breach and pull. Remove the pike pole from the pull lever, position it in the designated target area on the breech side of the machine, and perform 3 breech repetitions by pushing up fully on the hinged panel 3 times. The panel must be pushed all the way up until it hits the stops, and then be allowed to reset fully. Next, hook the pike pole in the pull lever and perform 5 pull repetitions. The lever must be pulled all the way down and then be allowed to reset up fully. This sequence must be repeated 4 total cycles of 3 breaches and 5 pulls. A proctor will keep count of the repetitions and give direction on when to rotate. The candidate must stay inside the simulator at all times. Once the event is complete, the proctor will say rotate, leave the pike pole hanging from the pull lever, and proceed to the next event. Event number 9, equipment carry. While standing in the painted box, remove the 2 kettlebells from the shelf and carry them forward 75 feet around the cone and 75 feet back to the box. It is okay to set them down to rest, but only advance forward while carrying the weights. The event is complete when the kettlebells are placed on the shelf. Event number 10, victim rescue. The mannequin must be taken 25 feet around the barrel and back 25 feet across the finish line. You are encouraged to drag the mannequin using the shoulder harness. However, you may place your arms under the mannequin's arms, lift the mannequin, and drag backwards. The course is complete when you and the mannequin completely cross the finish line. A time of 8 minutes, 57 seconds or less is considered passing.